Hello, welcome to Draves Archery, dravesarchery.com. We're here with Whitetail Institute Regional Sales Manager. He's going to explain some weed control to us, kind of what you guys need to do in your food plots to prevent the weeds and have a healthier food plot.
All right, guys, we've got two different scenarios here. We've got a product that's going to kill broadleaf weeds. Broadleaves are a leaf that a lot of times are like a oval or a circle. Sometimes they're all oblong, but they're not narrow and skinny like a blade of grass. In a case of that is in your food plot, we'd want to use a product called Slay. Slay is a broadleaf herbicide that can be sprayed over any of our legume products, typically used over, say, our imperial clover. This product will, however, damage chicory. So if your product contains chicory, this is something you can use if your weed problem is overbearing and you're willing to give up your chicory.
Okay. So your clover, and you're going to use the Slay, and then you're going to use the Arrest.
Right. The Arrest is a grass herbicide. This herbicide can be used over any of our perennial products, whether it's Alpha Rack Plus, Extreme, the Chicory Plus, the Imperial Clover, even the Chick Magnet. This product can be used for all of those needs as far as trying to kill grasses out. A lot of guys go into hay pastures or hay meadows and try to go in and plant, and then they have a problem with grasses. With either one of these products, you're going to have an ideal time frame of when these plants are 4 to 6 inches tall to spray. That way they get in adequate amounts of herbicide to kill them. If they're mature plants and they're knee tall, then a lot of times the plant is so mature it's not going to absorb enough chemical to actually kill the plant.
So would you mow it then and then go through and spray it?
A lot of times mowing is a good maintenance program to help keep that plant from maturing and producing seed. And once it starts to rejuvenate, then when that would be an ideal time to spray. And make sure that your plant has got adequate moisture. If it's in the middle of the summer and you mow and it's not actively growing, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. Another good point that I need to point out is with a product like the Arrest. Arrest calls for a crop oil to be added to that product. That's going to help accelerate the chemical use by the grasses. The Slay is going to call for a oil, preferably a sticker or a surfactant. So if you can't get a surfactant or a sticker, you can use an oil in that situation.
And that's just going to make it stick better and give you your full, more of ability for it to work instead of it just kind of working. It's going to
Correct. That's going to increase the active ingredients of the chemical that get into the plant. And of course that's what we're wanting, is the more chemical that we can get into the plant, the better off we are. However, when you're using an oil, not necessarily with a surfactant, more is not always better. Use the label and the rating that comes on the box or the bottle of oil, and that will help. It's not going to be actually the rate of oil or surfactant. It's not going to be on the bottle of Slay, because it depends on what kind of oil or surfactant that you get, depending on the amount of concentration.
Now this bottle of Slay here, this thing's really kind of tiny. How much coverage are we going to get out of this little bottle of Slay?
Right. Well, this is a 4-ounce bottle of Slay. It's got enough active ingredient in it to treat 1 acre. A lot of guys kind of have a hard time picturing that, but again, it depends on the active ingredient in here. If you'll look at a lot of your herbicides and things out there, they come in a big bottle, but they're diluted way down. So this is something that is concentrated. A lot of guys will be spraying with ATV sprayers, and a lot of guys ask me, well, how much water do I put in my sprayer? It's hard to calibrate that. I tell them a lot of times to go out and walk off an acre, approximately 44,000 square feet. So do your length times your width when you're walking to get you an acre, which is 44,000 feet again. And then you can take and put just empty water, or empty your tank, put water in it, spray that, driving 3 to 4 miles an hour on your four-wheeler. Then it will tell you how much water it's going to take for you to cover that. So then you know how much chemical to put in. A lot of guys have a hard time with that, trying to find the exact amount of water to use with the equipment. Guys, a lot of us aren't using agriculture equipment that's got PSI gauges, flow nozzles, things of that nature. So we've got to adapt our equipment to our methods and get the results that we want.
So do a test run, basically.
Do a test run with water, and that will give you an idea of how much water it'll take to cover your area.
Very good. Thank you very much for all your Slay, Arrest, weed chemicals. Whitetail Institute Check us out at Draves Archery, dravesarchery.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter. Thank you.